Hello, my name is Lee Bingley. I am the general manager of the Ward Funeral Home, and I've had the privilege of working with the Ward family for the last 35 years. I was an intern with the funeral home and started with them in our Brampton chapel. And the internship program to us really is about building our team. For the last 40 years, the funeral home has had interns each and every year. And we really look at this as an opportunity to grow and develop together. And so many of our funeral directors, like myself, started as interns, and they have had the opportunity to continue their careers with us. It's also been a real honor and privilege to have interns every year that also go and work out in the province, and that they have the skill set and that we've been able to commit to their training through that internship program. I would like to give you an opportunity to hear from some of my colleagues that I work with so they can tell you a little bit about Ward Funeral Home as well.
Hi, I'm Tonya Marockley. I have been with the Ward Funeral Home for 3 years. I began with Wards in my internship and have now been working with them licensed for 2 years. The reason why I chose Ward Funeral Home was actually because they were recommended to me by some of employees at Victoriaville, and I was lucky enough to meet Lee, Rebecca, and Joanne at OFSA, and after speaking with them, it really solidified why I wanted to be part of the Ward team and family. They really focus on taking people in and making them a part of the team and training them from the ground up, and really focus on making sure that they are trained appropriately, and really focus on building knowledge within the team, and that was really something that I wanted. I wanted to get into a funeral home that focused on that, and that didn't just take me on to be an intern, but took me on to this is your future, this is your career, and we want to be a part of that, and we want you to be a part of us. So that's I would say the major reason why. And then after being a part of Wards for the 3 years, the focus on the families and treating everyone who comes through this door the exact same way, no matter what walk of life they come from. The integrity that the Ward team and family have is just astounding, and I think that's something that I will carry through my whole entire career, no matter where I am. And it's just it really speaks volumes. That is something that I wanted in a workplace, and I definitely found it here. And John and Cameron and Lee have been absolutely amazing. Throughout everything. They really don't just treat you like an employee, they treat you as a family, a friend, and they care, and they will do anything they can to help you out if when the time comes. And throughout this whole crazy pandemic, they've really made us all feel safe and secured, and just have been by our sides throughout this whole entire thing, and that really does speak volumes to the work environment that we're in, and it's so reassuring, and I have been nothing but feel blessed and absolutely feel so rewarded and lucky to be a part of the Ward team and family.
Hi, my name is Kevin Shaver, and I'm one of the funeral directors here at the Ward Funeral Home, based at our Weston Chapel. I started my career here actually in 2011. This is a second career for me. I went from being having a 9-to-5 Monday to Friday job, having weekends, holidays off. So this was quite an adjustment. This was a career that I had thought about, and it had been in the back of my mind. And then I decided to take the plunge and go back to school in my early 40s. And I didn't know what to expect, but luckily my wife and my family and my friends were very supportive my decision to go back to school. So I made it through school, and then had the wonderful opportunity to do my internship here at Wards. And I completed my internship here, and they kept me on, and so here I am almost 10 years later. And the important thing for me at the time, when going into a career that I really didn't know a lot about, that I was going to be in a comfortable place. And right from the very beginning, it was important that I was part of a family-owned funeral home. And John and Cameron and all the managers and my colleagues were very, very welcoming. And many of them had also did their internships here and had been here for many years. So, and that was a comfort to me, knowing that I was going to be in good hands. And I certainly was. And I've learned a lot. And when you come from a background, I used to work in the film and TV industry, and I have a background in theater. And the one thing that an actor is always taught is that the best skill that you can have is the ability to listen. And certainly, as a funeral director, I learned that is probably one of the most important skills that you can have. And it certainly has taught me over the years here too, is not only listening and realizing that my job is to help people through a difficult time. And many people do ask, well, how can you do this every day? And as difficult as it can be, the satisfaction that I personally can get is knowing that I'm helping somebody through a difficult time. And when someone says, thank you, I've never done this before, and you've helped me, that's extremely gratifying to know that, because we only get one chance when that family walks in the door, that we have to get it right. And we only have them for a very short period of time.
Hi, I'm Christina Carnier. I am an intern here at Ward Funeral Home. I started back in May of 2020 and will finish my internship in May of 2021. I had a few interviews with other funeral homes, and the one thing that really stood out to me with Wards was how warm and gentle it was. At a lot of my other interviews, the overall aura of the place was very business, kind of cold, and I really liked how warm and friendly it was with Wards. And a lot of the ways that they do things here aligned with my beliefs. We have a care center, which we always treat with dignity and respect, and we really do care about not only our deceased, but also our families who we see. Well, I have learned a lot of things. We have our own company vehicles here, so I've learned how to drive a coach. I've learned how to drive a limo, which I never thought I would be driving either or. I have learned great skills in the care center, which I never ever thought I would be comfortable doing on my own at this point, especially in my internship. I find that school gave me a very good basic foundation, and I've really been able to build on that here at Ward Funeral Home, just kind of being involved in every aspect. I get to sit in on arrangements, I get to go out on funerals, I get to be in the care center. I'm getting to do all of these things and broaden all of my knowledge and all of my experience, which has been really nice.
My name is William Shelton. I've been with the Ward Funeral Home, working with the Ward family since 2015. Very happy to be part of the team. They're very proud of the fact that they're family owned and operated, and it shows. They care about their staff, and we constantly talk about pushing the envelope of funeral service, what it means to us, what it means to the families. We have a good work environment where we're able to sit down and talk professionally and continue our education. We have at least a monthly meeting where we call it Ward Wednesday, where we're looking at how we can continue to be the best directors that we possibly can. Roundtable kind of mentality of what can we do, what's working, what isn't working, what our colleagues at other chapels have been. I've come from a funeral home outside, so I didn't apprentice with the wards, but I've gained a lot of experience, and the fact that I was able to come in and provide my experiences and gain from others has been a great asset, and it's a strength that the company has. The continuing education meets our annual requirements for the year, and then with our social environment too, we're very supportive of each other. We make sure that everyone's doing okay, that we have those close bonds, because you spend so much time together. You want to make sure that you are supportive and you know what's going on, and it makes for a good work environment. And I'm happy to say that I've been part of the team for, it's going to be 6 years now.
So I decided to complete my internship with Ward Funeral Homes because it felt like an investment for my career. I wasn't just coming just to solely do my internship. Ward Funeral Homes is very well-rounded on, they really train you on everything, starting with company vehicles, moving to assisting directors on taking out services, sitting in on arrangements, working in the care center. It's very well-rounded, and they really do train you for the rest of your career here. So something that I think sets us apart is the Ward way, and really having so much respect and integrity for the families that we deal with. And I'm not sure that all funeral homes are that way, that we're very based on how the family feels at the end of the day, and how they can remember what we've done for them. And I think that really sets us apart from other funeral homes that I don't think all other interns get the chance to experience. I think what I enjoy most about my internship is how well the staff get along with each other. Everyone has so much respect for each other in a way of, just because I'm an intern doesn't mean that I need to do anything below what other directors do. And I think they really respect all of us so much, and everyone just gets along really well. It's just a very fun place to work.
I'm hopeful that having an opportunity to hear from some of my colleagues has also given you some insight into the Ward family and their career paths thus far as well. I know that it's a very personal decision as to where you might like to have your internship take place, and there are some wonderful firms right across the province. I would like to just highlight a couple of things that I do think sets us apart with regards to the internship program itself. Because the Ward family has been committed to taking interns each and every year for the last 35 plus years, I do think it speaks to how committed we are to the education and the importance of the internship itself. All of our funeral directors are very familiar with the academic studies and the requirements, because we're hands-on each and every year with interns. We understand Humber College requirements, College Boreal requirements, and also the Bereavement Authority of Ontario as well. And I think that that can be very, very helpful. We do provide a 12-month schedule to you, and this can be provided as early as March of every year. The internship does run from May until May, but I think it's been important for us to be able to provide that 12-month schedule to you early so that you can also plan your life. It's been important to us to ensure that that schedule really is a balance between your academic studies, your work, and also your home life. So it's been a real focus to ensure that we have that work-life balance that's important to all of us. It's also, I think, an advantage to realize that because we take more than one intern, you will have a chance to work alongside many classmates. It's nice to be able to have them to complete some of your academic requirements with, along with the licensed funeral directors that are here as well. I would recommend for you certainly to look at the emailed attachment that talks about our benefits and some of the compensation that is also provided through the funeral home. If you are interested in completing an interview with us, please do email me directly. We will only be taking interviews for those who have a full driver's license and a clean criminal record. Because 90% of your internship and in fact your entire funeral service career will involve driving, it is necessary for us to have your full driver's license. So please ensure that you let me know that you have that. Those would be the only individuals that we are able to accept interviews for. Lastly, just realize that we are committed certainly to our communities and very committed to you as a student. And I would welcome the opportunity to hear your story and why you have come to the Ward Funeral Home with the hopes to work with us. Thank you.